Hello friends, welcome to Laura Beach Flosstube. It is April 11th, 2023, and I'm here to share with you what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. So, it's been a lot of fun, but I haven't really gotten that much stitching done. I've gotten a few things, like progressed on a couple of things, and I of course have more ideas for more things, but I haven't really gotten too many things like finished. In fact, I don't even have a finish to share with you. So I am going to start by saying thank you so much to everyone who has liked and subscribed my channel. I appreciate every one of you. I'm up to 688 subscribers and I'm trying to get to 700. Eventually I want to get to 1,000 because that's kind of like a milestone, right? But right now the goal is 700 and I'm only 12 away. So if you have a friend or a crafty buddy that you feel would enjoy my floss tubes, have them subscribe and follow me. I would love it. And of course, you know, if you enjoy the videos, like and subscribe, make sure you click the bell and say all so you get the notifications when a video goes live. I know several of you have done that because it's crazy. I upload a video and then within, 5 minutes, I've had like 10 views. I'm like, how do they know I'm there already? And then I'm like, oh yeah, they probably got a notification. So anyway, yeah, 688 subscribers. And I think I mentioned in the last video that when I get to 700, I'm going to do a giveaway for a couple of zipper pulls that I will be making up. I honestly didn't think I'd get this close to 700 this quickly, or else I would have made them to show you tonight. So I will have them to show in the next video. If we're at 700, then we'll do a drawing for them immediately. If not, then we'll wait till we reach 700. So that's an update on that. Okay, so like I said, finishes, no, I don't have any. I'm so sorry. But I do have progress on some works in progress. That made sense in my head. I don't remember, so forgive me if I showed you this already. I believe I've made more progress though. I am working on the houses on Peppermint Lane, which is by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. And I am working on the third house, which is the Sugar Cookie House. Now I have the first two completed. I do know I showed those last time, but I'm working on the third. Let me get this folded so it's all cute. So here is the progress on my third house, which is the Sugar Cookie House. I feel like I've filled in some more of the house since the last video. I obviously have a lot more to go, and this is not my current project, so it will go back in the bag and anxiously await its turn in line. Correct? Correct. It's coming soon, but not tonight. All right, so I mentioned in my last video that my husband and I were going to Colorado to see my nephew and his wife and little boy, and they are wonderful, and their little boy is almost 3 and he is so freaking cute. It's unbelievable. We had a great time. We went to the train museum. He believes that Uncle Chris and Aunt Laura now live in a train museum because he was convinced that was our house. So yeah, one of my friends was like, way to skew those childhood memories. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to be great. He's going to look back and go, yeah, remember that time I went to your house and it was a train museum? And I'll be like, no. But we'll let him believe that as long as he wants. So while we were in Colorado, I took Autumn Love with me. And, okay, so I have several friends that say, oh yeah, I stitch in the car. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a 10-hour road trip to Colorado. And my husband loves driving. So honestly, he drove the majority of the time. So I thought, well, while he's driving, I can stitch, right? Has anyone else driven, or even better, ridden through Kansas lately? I don't know what is up with their roads, but I-70 is like the worst. I don't get car sick, but I was trying to stitch in the car and the road was just like up and down and up and down and up and down. And I'm just like, I can't keep my eyes focused. I'm stitching on Lugana here, people. So I couldn't figure out, I couldn't keep my stitches straight. I swear the first block I worked on, I took it out 3 times before I made any significant progress. But progress was made. Not as much as I envisioned, but you know, a little bit is better than none, right? So this is what I've gotten done. Basically, these top 4 stamps are completely done, and then this 5th one is almost finished to complete the top row. So it's coming along, and I did use the wrong color in this star. I did not take it out. I did not care. It's fine. So that is my progress on Autumn Love. I'm hoping by the end of April, which I'm not even sure, I may not get back to Autumn Love in April. I have a couple days in there that I might stitch on it. I was going to say, I hope by the end of April to just have the top row done. And I think I could probably do that. I don't think that it would take me more than, you know, an hour or 2 to get that last little square done. And then I can start going down a side. And I know I said that I was going to jump into the middle and do some of the middle stars too. And quite honestly, I forgot. So that hasn't happened. But they'll be, you know, I'll stitch them and they'll be happy and they'll be fine. It's so, don't worry. Don't worry. All right. So that's the second progress. So this is a start and progress. As you know, if you've been watching my Flosstubes, I am doing one of the Saltbox stitches, one of the Saltbox charts every month from PinkerNPunkin Quilting. Melissa is amazing, and she gives all of her designs away for free on her blog. A link will be down below in the description. This month, I am working on the Tulip house, which I consider it a Saltbox, so that's what we're going with. I have the house basically done. I need to, oh my, I just noticed I didn't do my little chimneys. Yeah, so I need to do the chimneys, and I obviously need to fill in this little blocks here. It's kind of like a little barn quilt look, and it's kind of what my opinion is. It's kind of like a little barn quilt on this end of the house. So I need to finish those 2 things, and then there are some tulips that come up and around. So I'll be using that yellow again for those chimneys. So I'll just, you know, stitchy really quick up there when I have that color in my needle. So that's my progress on that. This is my current stitch. So I will be working on it this evening. I'm super excited. Like I said, I've not had much time to stitch the past 2 weeks. Tonight, I feel like I am finally caught up from vacation. And I'm able to just sit and stitch tonight after I get my Flosstube up and going and at least processing to the point that I can ignore it for a little while to stitch away. So that is what that's my whips. That's my whips. Well, I have one more. I'll show you this. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if I showed you this last time or not. Oh, here's a new little project bag I made, by the way. Super cute, right? Let me take, need to take the chart out so you can't see that. But here's my project bag. And it's just some leftover remnants from the scraps from the Socialites 2 quilt that I made. So I made myself a little project bag for that. That might be why I feel like I haven't showed you this, because it's in a different bag. Because once I got this bag done, I was like, well, my Featherweight Stitch has to go in the bag that has little sewing machines on it, right? I mean, how could it not? So for my Featherweight Stitch, this is my progress on this. And I am stitching it on a 28 count Monaco fabric, which this is the first time I've stitched on Monaco. It is a lot stiffer than Lugana. And I feel like it's stiffer than Ada even. It's like, it's pretty stiff. It's like, you know, I mean, you can see all the creases and stuff in it. And that isn't from like pressing. That's just from where I fold and clip as I stitch along to get it a little smaller, because I'm stitching in hand on this one. And yeah, so the Monaco is definitely stiffer. Yeah, it's stiffer. So there's that. So there is my Featherweight Stitch. That's my birthday start. I have not stitched on it this month. I really have not done that much stitching this month, guys. It is the 11th. I worked on Autumn Love when we were in Colorado. We got back on the 3rd, and then I didn't really stitch the rest of that week. I was just so tired and catching up with everything else. I didn't even start the Tulip house until, I want to say it was like Thursday or Friday, maybe even Saturday. I mean, and I haven't stitched much on it. So, but that's okay because, you know, I've been enjoying life and that is important too. So that's the featherweight progress, or a featherweight recap in case I showed it last time. So maybe you don't remember either, and that would be great. We can just not remember together. So for the rest of April, I kind of hate talking about these plans because I don't think that it's going to happen. But the plan is to finish the Tulip house, finish the sugar cookie house. Those are the two things that I want to get done. Then I also want to allocate my 3 days to stitching on the flags so I can stay on track with it. And that's another thing that I want to get, you know, started. I also would like to start the 1989 Prairie Schooler Santa, which I don't know if that's going to happen. It may wait until May. And then I'd also like to start the, finish the sugar cookie house and then start the tea. I think it's like tea house or the tea shop house, which is the next in that series, to kind of stay on track with how the Fat Quarter Shop is running theirs. And they're starting the tea shop house, according to their blog, they're starting it on the 26th. So I have a couple weeks for that. We'll see how much I get done in the next couple weeks. And, you know, I'm just not sweating it because the semester's wrapping up and I have 3 more essays to write before I'm done with this class. This class that has been trying to my patience. And so I'm just kind of, you know, being kind to myself and letting my energy level just dictate what I get done and what I don't get done. So that is kind of where it's at. The other thing that I do definitely want to get done is I need to dye the fabric for the May PinkerNPunkin stitch, which is Aunt Bee's summer house. And I need to look at the chart and figure out, I have no idea, but I need to dye that. It's on the list, dye the fabric. So, all right. So when I was in Colorado, I am so excited. My husband loves me so much. We drove up to Loveland, Colorado, which if any of you watch Sherry with the Colorado Cross Stitcher, you will know that's where her shop is. Yay. And I really was not expecting to actually get to meet her because, you know, she's kind of a celebrity. She has a Flosstube channel. She owns a shop. She has a really awesome business, a beautiful shop. Love the shop so much. Super cute. And I wasn't really expecting her to be there, but she was, which was super fun. So met her and we chit-chatted and I bought some charts while I was there. I got the 2023 Prairie Schooler Santa, which is Snowy Night. Super excited about this. This is what I'll probably do after the 1989 Santa. So I got that. And then I went ahead. My husband loves me, like I said. I'm like, I don't know. I can't decide. And he's like, well, just get all of them. They're her patterns. And it's kind of cool that you're buying them at her shop. And you didn't just like order it online, but you're actually, you know, talking with her and seeing them in the shop. So I bought the Santa collector because my husband loves Santas. And I bought the snowman collector because I love snowmen so much. And then, I mean, how could I not get the Stitcher signpost? Isn't this the cutest thing ever? And like I said, these are all Colorado Cross Stitcher patterns. You can buy them on her website. It's the coloradocrossstitcher.com. And it was such a great, great time just to get to meet Sherry in person and talk to her. And when I was checking out, we were talking about quilts because why would we not talk about quilts, right? And she mentioned that she had a quilt that sounds pretty similar to one that I have from my grandma. And so she's supposed to be getting it out and giving me an update. So Sherry, I'm calling you out on this. If you haven't gotten that quilt out, get the quilt out because I have to know if we have the same quilt. Of course, I didn't get my quilt out. Oh, I gotta go do that though. Hang on. Okay, ignore that. I'm not getting it out because it's not where I thought it was. I thought it was just in my quilt chest, and it's not. It's in my cedar chest, which has stuff on top of it, and I'm not digging for it right now. But I will try to get mine out to show so we can like show each other our quilts. So that'll be fun. But I'd love to know what yours look like, Sherry. So get your quilt out, get your quilt out. All right, moving on. That is the Colorado trip and the Colorado cross stitcher patterns. So I got my issue of Just Cross Stitch today. I've had a subscription to this magazine for 2 years. I can honestly say I think I've made one thing. I'm not renewing it, but now look what they do to me. This is in the June 2023 issue of Just Cross Stitch. It's Peacock Manor by Pansy Quilting and Stitchery. Pansy Patch? Yeah. And they have a really nice write-up in here about Lori. And it is awesome. I love this. The Peacock Manor is 100 by 77. So that's not, you know, huge. It's about the same size as her other patterns. I want to stitch this. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? It's so cute. So I put a call out on Instagram today and I was like, hey, anyone interested in doing a stitch along? I feel like we should do this as a stitch along. I'm going to say June. I asked May or June, but I'm going to say June. Maybe July. Oh, shoot. Let me think. Maybe May. I'll get back to you next time. Tell me on Instagram, do you think May, June, or July? Which one of those would work better for you? And the reason I'm wondering is because May is like really soon. But June, the Fat Quarter Shop, which this is another thing I'm excited about. Remember me showing you the Summer Memories book last time? Yeah. So Kimberly announced on their Flosstube channel last week, I believe, that they're going to be doing a stitch along in June with some of the Summer Memories cross stitch patterns. So I want to do those as well, but they're little. I mean, you know, because like I definitely want to do this one. And let me see if I can find the other one. So I want to do Freedom Flowers. And then I also want to do, where is it? Shoot. I should have marked the page. Maybe it's above, apparently it's in front of that. I want to do the Freedom Flowers and I want to do Free and Brave, right? I want to do those two for sure. And maybe one more. I'm not positive, but definitely those two. So I want to do both of those in June. And so with everything else that I have going on, I don't know if I can, I could just start it, right? I could just start Peacock Manor and maybe we could do it like as a summer stitch. So we could do it as May, June, July, and August and just try to get like a quarter of it done every month. And then if you get ahead, yay. If you're not, no one's going to be mad at you. It's okay not to stay on track. It's all good. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe I'll start it in May, but not like, you know, put a deadline that we're going to finish it in May. But if you do, that's great. But if you don't, then you're probably going to be with me. So that's fine. So yeah, let's do that. That would be so much fun. All right. So that's two things coming up that I want to do. The Peacock Manor Stitch Along and then the Fat Quarter Shop Summer Memories Stitch Along, which they're hosting. And then I have a surprise for you guys. This is something that I've kind of been toying with for the past, I don't know, year or more. I used to, way back in a previous life, design Girl Scout badges. And I had like patch programs and I did all kinds of like little activities and had little program guides and there was cute little embroidered patches that went with them. But in the middle of that, I did a series. It was like Handmade Treasures is what the name of it was. And I had like little cross stitch charts. Nothing too fancy. I mean, like simple little, because it was for like, you know, kids, right? But in addition to that, I had a vintage sampler that I recharted for like some leaders that I had here in the local area. So I decided that I would just take and, okay, so prepare yourself to laugh here. I charted it in Excel. I mean, Excel, you get little boxes, you can make little boxes and then you can color them and you have a cross stitch chart. It works, okay? Anyway, but I have cross stitch pattern making software now. And I've used it quite a bit for just like some little like recharting some designs and things like that. So I decided to take that vintage Scout sampler and turn it into a cross stitch pattern. And I will share below the link. I have put it together. I'm offering it for free. So if you or someone you know is a scouting enthusiast, you can stitch this vintage sampler. I do not have it stitched. I may try to stitch it over the summer or fall and donate it to the local Girl Scout unit, because they do like an auction once a year to like raise some money for scouting and things like that. So I might do that. I haven't like totally decided. But for free for you, there is a link down below to my Google Drive, and you'll download a PDF, and it has the color and the black and white chart. This is not going to be like, you know, don't compare me to the professional designers out there. This is like my first attempt, and I would love some positive, maybe not positive. I would love some feedback, constructive. That's what I want. I want constructive criticism on ways to improve it. And anything that you feel like I should include. I put like a little notice on there about, you know, please don't sell this, and please don't, you know, link people to this. Don't just share it out or whatever. And, you know, leave my name on it if you do, because I do kind of want credit for doing it. It took me a little bit, so I kind of want credit for doing it. But anyway, this is for you for free. So the link is down in the description box. And again, it's like a vintage Scout sampler here. That is for you. And actually there's two of them in there. Surprise, surprise. One of them is the vintage Scout sampler. And then the other one is just an idea that I kind of toyed around with and put together real quickly. And it's called Circle of Friendship. And it's kind of a, you know, if you're into scouting, it's a Girl Scout thing. You know, the circle is round. It has no end. So, and it's from a quote from Juliet Gordon-Low, who is the founder of Girl Scouts. And so this chart is also available for free on my Google Drive. Again, please do not take it and sell it. Do not share it. Please link people to the file, not just, you know, posting it everywhere on your blog and things like that. Feel free to post the link, but don't don't just like, you know, give them the file, whatever. So there you go. Both of those things for free, just as a gifty gift from me to you. And I hope you enjoy stitching them. If you do, please tag me on Instagram or YouTube or wherever you share. And then I have a hashtag on both of those files that you can also tag, and I'll be following to see if anyone actually does it. So there is that. Okay, so the rest of the stuff that I have is kind of like non-cross-stitchy stuff. Well, I guess it's kind of cross-stitchy stuff. I made a couple more project bags over the past 2 weeks. So this is this one. Again, this is just scraps left over from the Socialites 2 quilt along that I did. And this one's like really simple. It's just a solid fabric on the inside and the back side, just different ones. And then I'm also going to be making some clutches to match these. I just haven't gotten that done. A couple things I wanted to tell you about that were super fun things that I figured out. My friend Carol, hello Carol, gave me some really cute goodies for my birthday because she's amazing. But one of the things that she gave me, which I had not seen before, are these Quilter Select pins, straight pins for quilting. And they come in a magnetic case so they don't fall out. They are the best pens ever. If you have not tried the Quilter Select pens, make sure you do that. And it's the Select Pen 10. It's 100 glass head pens. So they are designed to pierce through delicate fabrics, are heat resistant, and safe to use with irons, which is amazing. So love them. Love these pens so much. I've been using them on everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot live without these now. The other thing, I have more than one friend. Oh my goodness, no. I have another friend of mine gave me an early graduation, congratulations and birthday gift. And she gifted me one of the Lori Holt tins. And this matches the same fabric that I have that I put underneath my Featherweight and underneath my Juki. when I'm sewing. So this is awesome. I can't wait to figure out which project I'm going to put in that. For right now, it's just kind of hanging out and being cute in my space. But after I figure out what project, it'll be even cuter because it'll have like cute fabrics in there. And that might be what I just do. I have a Lori Holt fat quarter bundle. Maybe I'll just take those and put those in there, and then they can be all cute, and that can be their little storage space until I figure out what I'm gonna do with them. So that is all of that. Life update. May 13th is my graduation from Mizzou. I'm graduating with a Bachelor's of General Studies, and I am walking, which is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna do it. And my husband has insisted that we also have a graduation party, so we're doing that. So I'm kind of in party planning mode too, to figure out what I want to do. I'm keeping it very simple though, so it's not going to be crazy. So yeah, just with the end of the semester stuff, I have a few more essays to write, wrap those classes up, get graduation over. And then I've registered for 2 classes in the fall for the graduate program. I'm doing the Learning Technologies and Design Master's program at Mizzou. So I registered for those classes this past week. I'm super excited about that as well. But this summer, I do not have class, and I need to start making a list of all the crafty things I want to get done, because I keep thinking of more and more things that I've been putting off that I want to do. So that's kind of where I'm at with life. Just a lot of stuff and a lot of planning and a lot of ideas swirling, but all good things, all good things. So I hope that you have found some time for stitching more than me. And I hope that you found some time just for yourself and maybe a little yard work if you had to. I mulched this last weekend. It needed to be done. It looks a lot better, but oh my goodness, it was exhausting. So I hope that whatever you have going on goes well, and I wish you the best in your stitching, and I will see you in 2 weeks.